Mount Chilbo, a celebrated mountain of Korea, is situated in the northern coast of the East Sea of Korea. The mountain has been said to contain in itself 7 treasures, hence its name. Mount Chilbo. It is divided into 3 parts: Inner Chilbo, Sea Chilbo, and Outer Chilbo. Mount Chilbo was formed 1,000,000 years ago. Queer-looking rocks and cliffs are inscribed with letters written by Korean ancestors, with a mind to tell of the beauty of the famous mountain down through generations. This is Kasim Temple, a Buddhist temple built in 826. The letters written by a 9-year-old boy are the pride of the temple. Kasim Temple shows the architectural technique of Buddhist temple at that time. Dragon, a picture of many colors and designs, bears the exquisite beauty of painting. They are a lion-figured wooden mortar and a wooden gong. A record of heritages of Mount Chilbo says, afterwards a great saint would surely come here, and at that time Mount Chilbo would become a famous mountain of the country overnight. The monumental stone on Segil Pass was erected in 1881, in acknowledgement of the services of a man who made a shortcut in place of a 24 kilometers long roundabout. Those who erected the monumental stone must have earnestly waited for a great man to appear and add brilliance to Mount Chilbo. Today, all people say leader Kim Jong-il, chairman of the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is none other than the great saint our ancestors anticipated. They are right because he saw to it that the out-of-the-way Mount Chilbo was converted into a pleasure ground of the people. This is called Mansa Valley, meaning that so many temples are there on the mysterious rock pillars. This is Chilbo Valley, meaning 1,000 images of Buddha. This is called Remen Rock or the Quorum Gate Rock. People have said those who pass through the gate would live long in welfare. This rock looks like a sedan chair that Korean girls rode in when they got married. This rock seems a boy passing water. Ashamed of it, the girl turns her eyes away from the boy. This looks like a strong boatman. The rock is reminiscent of a girl looking into a mirror. This is piano rock. If anybody presses the keyboard, a beautiful melody would resound promptly, shaking the earth and the sky. The deeper you go in, the fresher you'd feel. The Mother Rock shows the picture of a Korean woman loving her children. The raised two fingers seem to say Mount Chilbo is the best in the world. The rock reminds us of a crawfish in a clear pond. The rock is just similar with a hawk. Sightseers in the past called the rocks in their own way, likening them to animals. The rocks are shaped of a turtle or a rabbit or a puppy. The tiger rock looks to swallow anybody who attempts to touch a treasure of the mountain. The White Rock Valley in Inner Chilbo is reminiscent of a desert area. The green pine trees took sturdy root in the rock. The 200-odd-year-old pine is a natural monument. Its thick branches and leaves are said to shut out the heat and cold wind. The chestnut tree at Kasim Temple is over 400 years older than the pine. It is a precious national treasure of Korea. In Mount Chilbo, there grow over 800 species of plants. The pine mushroom in Mount Chilbo is one of the best of its kind in Korea. There are more than 30 species of animals in the mountain. The paths on the mountain were opened under the energetic guidance of leader Kim Jong-il to enable the holiday makers to look around the mountain without any inconvenience. The panoramic plan on the top of the mountain is a Korean jewel painting which is unchangeable in any severe wind and rain. This is a monumental stone on the services of leader Kim Jong-il. Saying we should create everything so that the people can like it, he saw to it that the pavilion could be built to suit the unique natural beauty of the scenic spot. The rock has the look of a bear moving alive. The rugged features of the mountain had prevented people from visiting it in the past. But today, the sightseers arrive at Mamulsang in Outer Chilbo. An imposing springboard. This rock seems to be a place hit by an arrow. tunnel of strong men on the top of Mamulsang. The Melting Pot Rock and Bayonet Rock tell a legend that they made long swords to cut off the heads of foreign invaders. These rocks resemble a beacon fire. The rock has the look of a woman bowing politely to her man. How dignified the general is. The rock appears to be a Korean tile-roofed house. The rock under it just seems to be a village of straw-thatched houses. This is husband and wife rock. A warrior wearing a helmet is hugging her wife tightly. His hand is stuck into her jacket and hers into his trousers. It evokes humors among the visitors. Really, Mount Chilbo is a famous mountain with superb natural scenes. The bed-shaped rock. The lion-figured rock seems to guard the bed. This rock looks like a fairy coming down from the sky. From the rock, you can enjoy the marvelous scenery of Sea Chilbo. The blue waves of the East Sea of Korea. The wave is relentlessly dashing against fantastic-looking rocks and cliffs, sending up a spray of water. The coast of Sea Chilbo presents unique scenes, blending mountain scenery and water scenery. The Elephant Rock tells a legend that a long time ago, an elephant left a tropical homeland to see the side of the world and arrived at Sea Chilbo to drink. But attracted by the scenery of Mount Chilbo, it settled here once and for all. The Rainbow Rock of Sea Chilbo, with its one end on the ground and the other end in the water. The screen rock has a look of natural breakwater. The scenery of Sea Chilbo on the vast water is really mysterious and beautiful. White seagulls are flying in a flock, and holidaymakers are enjoying recreation on the seaside. Leader Kim Jong-il, who said that for the people we should even pick a star from the sky, saw to it that Mount Chilbo was turned into a beautiful pleasure ground for the people. People sang of their thanks to him.
장군님 사랑해 빛으로 밝히고 계지요. 이 세상에 이름 높은 내 나라의 명산일세. 구름 타고 올라볼까 바람 타고 날아볼까. 오를수록 이만 경치 어서 오라 불러주네. 장군님 사랑 넘쳐나는 명승의 칠보산을 엎어면은 한예대는 소라의 명승일세.
The echo of the waterfalls is resounding through Mount Chilbo as if to praise the benevolence of leader Kim Jong-il, who converted Mount Chilbo into a scenic spot for the people, so that it could become a national wealth for the generations to come. The autumn tints are marvelous. People say the leaves of Mount Chilbo are ablaze to thank leader Kim Jong-il for his painstaking efforts to make the mountain a celebrated mountain of Korea. This peak looks like a stack of grain. The rock looks like a woman bearing a bundle on her head. The rock seems to look at the woman furtively. If there were not the snow escape, it would not be a celebrated mountain. The imposing peak of the snow-covered mountain reminds us of the secret camp at Mount Baekdu where leader Kim Jong-il was born. Mount Chilbo preserves the trees, which are bearing the letters written during the anti-Japanese armed struggle in praise of President Kim Il-sung, leader Kim Jong-il, and anti-Japanese heroine Kim Jong-suk. Hot spring is another pride of Mount Chilbo. The snow-covered scene of the mountain is better than spring scene and the yellow autumn tints. The snowscape of Mount Chilbo conspicuously present superb scenes of peaks and cliffs, which were formed in the prolonged weathering. Looking at the rock resembling a writing brush, people wish to be able to record the efforts made by leader Kim Jong-il to turn Mount Chilbo, which had been buried in immemorial antiquity, into a scenic spot. Welcome to Korea. Mount Chilbo, a famous mountain of Korea is waiting for you.